I just had a piece about keep going, one step at a time. Be patient. Watch where you're stepping.
We begin tonight with a story of survival. We're speaking with a Vietnam veteran who was stuck out in the Arizona wilderness for 5 days before he was finally rescued. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. For 12 News at 10, I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. This is a remarkable story of a hiker who simply made a wrong turn and suddenly found himself stranded. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly talked to him today, and Chase, he really did all he could to make it out of there alive.
Mark Kribe, from killing a rattlesnake that attacked him to having to drink his own urine. Mark Eric Young said there were times he almost gave up, but thinking of his family and faith helped him push through.
I'm a little bit humbled, embarrassed.
76-year-old Mark Eric Young grew up in the Arizona wilderness, camping and hunting. He spent many years in the Army, doing 2 tours in Vietnam, but says nothing compares to what he recently endured.
I've never been without water for 5 days.
On Thursday, he decided to take a hike near Bloody Basin, about an hour north of Phoenix, a hike he's taken multiple times before.
I blundered. I got off the wrong trail.
Unable to find his way back, Young was lost.
Each night, I slept under a cedar tree.
All he had was a military compass, some canteens, lighters, and water purification pills.
I do have certain survival training and experience, but being alone was, in some ways, it allows you to think about your life and what's important. And what's important is your faith and your family.
Being out there, he came across all types of wildlife, including a rattlesnake that attacked him.
He was rattling and he struck, but he was short on the strike, and then I stoned him to death.
Young kept strong, but by the 3rd day, he was starting to lose hope he would be found, especially when he ran out of water.
I actually had to drink my own urine. Urinated in my canteen and drank it because I knew I had to survive.
His faith and thinking of his 7 children and 31 grandchildren pushing him to keep going.
Being encouraged was different scriptures and different remembrances of near-death situations in my life, and just not feeling like this is not the way to die, by giving up.
During all this time, dozens of search crews with the Yavapai County Sheriff's Office, along with all 7 of Young's children, were searching for him, finding his car and evidence, including the dead snake that led them closer to Young. Then he could hear them.
I just yelled help because I was really worn out. I had no idea that it would be my sons.
Finally, after 5 days, he was saved.
And it was incredible. I mean, we wept and hugged.
He was airlifted by a Maricopa County Sheriff's Office helicopter.
Get him out of here.
He was then taken to the hospital. Young was dehydrated, but suffered no broken bones or serious injuries. A miracle.
If you didn't believe in God, this would make you believe in God.
Young incredibly grateful to be back with his family, thanking them and everyone who put their own lives on the line to rescue him.
It isn't about me. It's about the community, and the people that are willing to even risk their lives to rescue one guy.
The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office tells me Young's survival skills and the mild weather during this time helped keep him alive for all those days. Now, when I spoke with Young today, you could probably tell in that interview he was spending the day with his family as they celebrated his return from an adventure they will never forget. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
And Chase, he is so lucky that it happened now versus June or July, because I don't know if he could have made it then.
Exactly, and that was part of the survival, was during the day finding shaded areas, and then at night, once it got cooler, going into areas where there wasn't a lot of wind. At one point, he tried to start a campfire, but they really did say because of that weather we had, it really helped him out. But as you mentioned, if this was a couple months from now, a couple weeks, could be a different story.
Boy, what a story.
I know. It's one of those stories, it makes you want to take a survival course or something, just in case, because you never know.
Yeah, and he had a lot of good gear. He had water with him, ran out. It just goes to show you got to be careful.
But he knew, he knew what to do, though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, kept
All
him
right,
alive.
Chase, phenomenal
Thanks.
story. Thanks.